Hello, my friend. So, what is an ego death experience? Well, honestly, man, it's the best thing that will ever happen to you. But let's explain it a little bit. So, what is this exactly, man? An ego death experience is your ego structure dissolving into truth. The thing that prevents you from seeing that you are God or the universe peels away or falls away. So now that your ego has died, you see yourself, you see reality, you see truth, you become truth. It's really quite scary. Really scary, man. You know, in fact, I was so scared the first few times this happened that I had to really lean into my higher self, because part of you will experience this real sense of, oh no. It's not like that, man. It's a lot more dramatic than that. I think you know that. You're dying, basically, and you're trying to be there for yourself as you die, right? But it's very emotional, and it's very like, oh my God, it's really happening. Because you can't escape it. There's nowhere to go. You have to just allow it to happen. You have to surrender to the experience. But as I've suggested, I recommend identifying with consciousness, being your higher self. Because when you do that, you can hold your ego as it begins to just dissolve. Yeah, it's a peaceful act. In other words, when you have this ego death experience, yeah, I mean, you're slowly kind of disintegrating, but it doesn't have to be a painful experience. For me, it always used to be painful when I used to be having these experiences, because I was like, unsure. But you gain confidence, you grow in confidence. The more you have them, the more you realize that what you really are is your higher self. In fact, you start to develop a certain stability with having these experiences. You start to feel like, yes, it doesn't take you long to find yourself in your wisdom. When you're in your wisdom, you're safe. As you know, presence is safe. Presence is pure safety. When you're in presence, you can let yourself die. It's safe. It feels safe. It's not enough to believe it. You have to feel it. And we're dealing with like really deep stuff here, man. Ego death is no joke. The real trick is become familiar with it. Become familiar with the experience of dying. And you'll see, if you have enough of these experiences, that really there is no death. Not as we've conceived it. Not as we've imagined it, because that's what it is. It's imagined. You imagine death. When you experience death, you feel it to be love. Ego death is actually just love. Do you have the courage to let yourself fall away to feel what's true? When you're in truth, it's great. You're in heaven. You can experience heaven on earth. Do you have the courage? In a certain sense, you don't even need the courage. You know why? Because only your ego would need courage. Your spirit is fearless. That's why I recommend identifying with that part of yourself. Because who you really are, completely fearless. And then you can have this ego death experience and it be peaceful, blissful, enjoyable. You're just grateful. It's a smoother ride. It's scary to begin with, man. Very scary. But then you become familiar. You understand the process. You come back. Well, you come back, but you come back different. Imagine if you've been dipped into pure God, into pure consciousness. You're going to come back with probably probably a deeper spirituality and a deeper presence and a deeper happiness, with more purity, with more light, with more love, with more aliveness. So ego death isn't what you think. Literally, it's not what you think. This work can be scary. I know. It can be terrifying. Just know, as you develop with more experience and you grow in consciousness, it becomes less scary and you meet truth where it's at. So instead of you fighting and resisting as an ego, no man, you meet truth where it's at by becoming truth. That's the way. Okay, my friend, lots of love. Take care, man. And as always, peace.